The 19th century was the backdrop for the fascinating life and works of one of America's most cherished authors, Mark Twain, born Samuel Langhorne Clemens in Missouri in 1835. His writings emerged during a time of significant change, with the country rapidly expanding westward and grappling with issues like slavery and industrialization. A cultural dichotomy had already evolved between the progressive East Coast and the rugged Out West, effectively dividing the young America into two distinct worlds. Eastern culture was refined, with literary salons and intellectual circles buzzing with ideas. But the West was wild, untamed, a land of prospectors and pioneers seeking their fortunes. Twain's experiences in both worlds shaped his writing, gave it unique perspective, and intrigued readers from all walks of life. Even his pen name, Mark Twain, taught a secret. For Mark Twain was an out west riverboat cry, meaning 2 fathoms deep, echoing his intense connection to the Mississippi River, beside which he grew up, then worked along. Even the wit and implied irony of his chosen pseudonym hinted at his flair for storytelling puns, rightly signaling that this author was himself a very interesting character. Yes, Mark Twain's life was certainly more than a mere 2 fathoms deep. He spent time as a printer, riverboat pilot, miner, teacher, travel writer, and briefly even became a soldier. He was interested in parapsychology, and long before modern tourism, ventured to Europe, Australia, India, and the Middle East, providing even more rich experiences for his writings. His travels helped him hone his keen sense of observation, one of the hallmarks of his literary style, which proved ideal for the rising genres of the time, realism, and regionalism. Both genres aimed to portray everyday life and the unique cultures of different American regions, reflecting the complexities of a diverse society with all its beauty and ugliness. Twain was at the forefront of this movement, blending inimitably wry, often deadpan humor with keen insights, as he depicted the lives and struggles of ordinary Americans. He achieved great success with titles like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1876 and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in 1884, often hailed as one of America's greatest novels. But Twain's achievements extended beyond fiction. He was also a lecturer, humorist, and social critic, leaving a lasting mark on America's international image and sense of identity. Famed as a literary giant, he was also known for his personal eccentricities. Fascinated with technology, he was close friends with Nikola Tesla, owned a patented invention, and was the first major author to use a typewriter. While a critically thinking, scientifically minded early advocate of using fingerprints to solve crimes, he was also a rascal who loved playing practical jokes on his friends. His dry, insightful wit shines from his famous maxims. The secret of getting ahead is getting started, and it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. The first of Twain's 2 most famous novels, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, introduces us to a mischievous, at times overly dreamy young boy growing up along the Mississippi River. Tom's adventures, from acts of classroom chivalry to whitewashing fences and exploring caves, capture the essence of Twain's own childhood sense of freedom and imagination. It's a nostalgic look at youth with both humor and poignant moments. Tom echoes Don Quixote, with misadventures arising from his fervent reading of romantic hero literature. Twain found writing his later work, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, a slow, difficult process, but the novel was to break ground by tackling the issue of slavery in America. Its story, told through the eyes of the young river rat Huck Finn, who befriends an escaped slave called Jim, confronts the era's moral complexities, even racism's link to societal norms. The book's candid portrayal of these themes was daring for its time and remains relevant today, prompting discussions about freedom, friendship, conformity, and humanity. Young Huck is forced to choose between compliance with decent and godly shore society and the bond of wild brotherhood he has forged with Jim while rafting down the river. When Jim is recaptured, Twain has Huck finally choose against all his social conditioning to help his friend escape again, in a climax with boyish antics, heroism, and a happy ending twist. Interestingly, Twain has both his star characters Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn appear as sidekicks in each other's stories. In 1876, Huck is Sancho Panza to Tom's Don Quixote. And in 1884, it's Tom who assists Huck as his mission planner for Jim's prison break, based hilariously on Tom's reinterpretation of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Progressive Twain did live to see a totally new world take shape before he passed away on April 21, 1910. His influence on American and global literature remains immense, his work having virtually defined regional realism. He paved the way for authors like William Faulkner, Ernest Hemingway, and Toni Morrison, who, like Twain, would boldly capture American society's many quirks and contradictions. His powers of observation and unique blend of humor, social commentary, and timeless, penetrating insights into human nature have won him a lasting place in world literature, and of course, a perpetual fan base. If you've enjoyed our quick raft ride down Mark Twain's river, along with Tom, Huck, and Jim, please like and leave a comment below and subscribe to join us for more literary explorations.
Mark Twain's flagship characters Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, just like their creator, were profoundly influenced by the most famous chivalric dreamer of them all, whose equally madcap quests await you in episode 21.